Hi guys, how you doing? And welcome to your weekly update, week number 17. So we've got lots to get through today, but my aim today, whilst delivering the weekly update, is to keep happy, jolly and smiley. I've noticed over the last couple of episodes that I've been a little bit moody, a little bit downbeat, a little bit ranty, and yeah, that's not what I want to portray in these weekly updates. So I promise no rants today. We're just going to discuss what I've been up to the last 7 days. If you do like a ranty video, just so you're aware, episode 2 of Richard Rants is now live. If you haven't watched it, check it out on the channel after you've watched this video. So, before we carry on, I have got a little moan. You may have noticed the shirt behind me. Now, it's a match-worn player's shirt. Alexander Mitrovic, who plays for Fulham. I bought it at great expense for the youngest boy, and I paid for it to be framed in a nice presentation frame, as you can see. However, me and the missus were away at the weekend, as I'll come on to in a bit, and we got a text on Sunday morning to say that he'd had a slight accident. It was in his bedroom, on the floor, and he'd woken up and he'd walked into it. Stubbed his toe, frame fell over, glass smashed, glass all over the floor. Now thankfully, apart from a stubbed toe, all the glass was cleared out, there was no cuts, there's etc, etc. However, it does now mean I've got to pay for that to be re-glassed, which is going to happen in the next couple of weeks or so. So it's staying in my office for safety reasons, because he can't be trusted until it's on the wall. Cheeky little bugger tried to blame me for not putting it up in time. Really? Anyway, moan over. Let's go back to Happy Rich and continue with our weekly update. So back to happy news. So as I mentioned earlier, me and the missus went away for the weekend. We went to a little place called Tamworth, which is just the other side of Birmingham, Sutton Coldfield kind of way, so not too far away from where we are. And the reason we decided to go there was it's got a castle that we've never visited before. Me and the missus like looking at old things, which is probably good since we're together, and we like sightseeing and whatnot, so it seemed an ideal little getaway for us. Now, we're a little bit apprehensive because neither of us have been away or been to a restaurant or been to a pub or a bar or anything like that since lockdown. So yeah, we drove up on Saturday afternoon in Margaret, which was great. Weather was okay, roof down, up we went. And I took along my camera that I was going to use because I'm getting back into my photography. I'm absolutely rubbish at it, if the truth be told. And I've had this camera now for about a year or so, and I still really have only scratched the surface of what it does, how it works. But I'm enjoying photography at the moment, so I'm going to keep persevering and see how we get on with it. So yeah, we travelled up, and when we got to the hotel, it was fantastic. It was really well organised. There was screens everywhere. There was hand sanitizer around every corner. The restaurant was set up really well. It was a carvery style restaurant, but the chef served individual, so you went up one at a time and got your food. The waiters were brilliant. They were all masked up, etc. And the bar itself was very, very similar. So all the staff had their masks on. There were screens at the bar. Tables were really spread out, so you weren't near anybody. And yeah, so really, really good. Really felt at ease in the hotel and didn't even think about anything else really, which was great. And I found a new whiskey, which I really enjoyed. So I had a couple of them, and yeah, that made the night go very well. So Sunday morning, get up, we had a full English breakfast, which neither of us have had for a long time, which is just adding to the issue of the old belly. And yeah, we drove into Tamworth to go and have a look at the castle. Now, it's a really weird setup in Tamworth. It's really hard to explain. It's kind of like the castle and the grounds are in this like little bubble, and all around it is just urban. You've got high-rise flats, you've got trading estates, you've got a town and all that kind of palaver. But in the middle of it all is this beautiful little area with the castle and the grounds and the river and all that kind of stuff. If you couldn't see anything else, you'd think you were in the middle of nowhere. It's a really, really weird kind of area, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The castle itself, I have to say, was a little bit disappointing. Because of obviously the situation, you have to make an appointment to go, and they set people off to go around the castle in like 5-10 minute intervals, so you're kind of wandering around on your own, which was really nice. But because of the castle and the fact that it had been closed for 3-4 months, a lot of the areas of the castle were closed to the public, which was really disappointing, because there was lots of little nooks and crannies that looked really interesting. So they just took you around the main part of the castle, and it's not a particularly big castle, to be honest with you. I did manage to get a few photos, so yeah, have a look at these. Now, obviously, the last one is not of the castle, it's of a car. The reason I took it is we were walking back to the car park, and there was this Jeep that was custom built, and it just looked fantastic. So I tried to get a shot before the owner turned up, and that was it. So yeah, that was a sneaky little Jeep shot there. So that was a really nice car. But anyway, so yeah, the castle, as I say, hopefully as lockdown eases and they do a little bit more work on it, more of it will open up, and we'll go back maybe next year and get the full experience. But yeah, we drove back on Sunday, and it was a really nice, relaxing, enjoyable weekend, and it was like a little mini break really. So yeah, all good, all happy, smiley faces. We also have now started filming for the Bike Shop YouTube channel. We did our first set of filming back end of last week. It was a tutorial video that we were trying to put together. It was an interesting experience. We were trying different angles, different types of shots, which is going to be interesting when I come to edit it. I think the blooper reel is actually going to be longer than the actual video itself. For example, we had a shot where my colleague was pointing to the valve on an inner tube, and he pointed like that as opposed to like that, and yeah, this was the end result.
Clip number 4, take number 2.
I want to use my pointing finger this time instead of my fingering finger.
So yeah, we had a little bit of fun making it, and we're still on target for a September launch, which will be great, and I'll give you more details as and when I can. So as you can see, I've had a really busy but fun week, which is why I'm still smiling, as I said I would at the beginning of the video. Obviously the coffee has helped as well, but yeah, that's pretty much where we are this week. As I mentioned last week, all my videos are now going to be solely on my YouTube channel, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because that will help grow the channel and also give me an idea of the direction to take the channel, depending on which videos you like, etc, etc. So yeah, please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, if you want to. Thank you. So that's it. So stay safe, have a good rest of the week. I will see you on Monday at 9 o'clock. Not sure what we're putting up yet, but there will be a video Monday at 9 o'clock, and obviously next Wednesday will be your next weekly update. Stay safe, see you next time.